Alright, so today I'm going to teach you guys how to do this cute little simple nail set, so stay put. To push back the cuticles and pretty much create a perfect prepped cuticle, I'm going to be using a diamond sized bit and just going to go in and push it back. And when you're done, you're just going to want to take a manicure brush and just dust off all the dust. And right after, you're going to want to take a cuticle cutter just to cut the cuticles. And as you can see, I got out of frame cutting it. It's going to be very precise and try not to cut your client's cuticle or yourself in general. Here I am just roughening up the nail bed / taking off the oils and just creating a rough surface for the acrylic to adhere better. And then you just want to get your nail tips. I personally use stiletto tips, so when I just cut, it gives me like that coffin shape already. And you just want to size it out and make sure that it fits from sidewall to sidewall, so you don't create any lifting or it looks odd and uneven or just smaller than your actual nail. And then you just want to take your nail glue and apply a great amount, not too much and not too little, where it doesn't create like a lot of flooding on the sidewalls and just sticks the skin to your nail. And then you want to take your nail tip cutter and just cut to the length desired, and yeah. So here I am just going in and just sharpening the shape already and just making it more precise. So now you want to go in with your sanding bit and you just want to take off the shine off the artificial nail. And a sanding bit is basically like a hand file, just in a obviously faster RPM motion. And now in a dapping dish, you want to get your nail liquid. And then you want to get some paper towel so you can drain the nail liquid off your brush. And then you want to take your Kolinsky brush. I use it in a number 15. And then you want to go in with some clear acrylic and put a thin layer right on top of both the nail and the artificial nail, so that when your client comes back to get a fill, you can just file down to the clear and not have to file it down all the way and give them a new set. For the nail liquid, you want to wet it and dip it inside the nail liquid and remove the excess liquid on one side of the brush, and then when you go to get your powder, you tap 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 and you don't just drag it, and you remove the excess liquid on one side of the brush. And here I'm going to take one of my custom acrylic, which is cover pink, a little bit clear pink, and just clear. And I'm gonna take that in, and I'm gonna use a 3-ball method. And you don't want to drag the product, because then you're going to be wiping away. You just want to pat, 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 and then drag at the end with the belly of your brush. And also, you always want to wipe down your brush on the towel and add a little bit of liquid and wipe it down, because then if not, you're going to create buildup of the acrylic on your brush, and once it dries, it's really hard to get off. And you also always want to go on the sides, on the sidewalls of the nail, so you keep the shape and you don't have to go in with a lot of filing. So you want to come back and make sure it's dry. You're going to hear like a tapping noise. So after you've made sure that it's dry, You want to just go ahead and file the sidewalls, bring back its shape. Also, you want to go above, like on the nail, you want to file down, so you can just, you can use your hand file or you can use the e-file. Now, taking a carbide bit, we're going to seal the cuticle so that when the nail starts growing, there is no lifting in. By sealing the cuticle, it prevents lifting. Once you're done sealing the cuticle, you want to take your manicure brush and wipe off the dust. You can have your client go wash their hands, or you can apply some alcohol. I personally just sprayed some water and I wiped off the dust. And once you're done with all that filing, you want to take your buffer so you can smooth out the nail. That's what a buffer does. And once you go and apply your gel polish or your gel top coat, there will be no harsh lines from all that filing you did. Now for this design, you're going to want to take your gel polish, and firstly I'm going to go in with my D&D Clear Pink 441 just to give it that extra pink look to the nail. And right after putting a coat of the clear pink, you want to cure it for 90 seconds. So now you want to take your top coat and just apply a good coat on your nail. And then just go ahead and cure it for 30 seconds. And now for this design, you're going to want to take Dolce Pink. And then you want to take a art brush. It's very fine, very skinny, so you can draw that line. And you want to get something like this, like a little container cap, just so you can put the gel polish on there so you don't have to be dipping in your brush. So now here, as you can see, I'm beginning, so you just want to get some paint on that brush. And you want to bring it against the nail, like on the side, and then just build up the color. And also, you don't really have to be that neat with it, because then you can just go back in with some acetone and just wipe it down to the right size / shape. And here, as you can see, I am just dipping my little brush in some acetone and just wiping away the excess product that went on that isn't part of the shape and making the shape more crisp. Since it is a gel polish design, you want to go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. Then you want to go with your top coat and just give it a nice layer and cure that for 30 seconds. And it should look a little bit like this as your final product.